Yo, 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 good morning, class, or good afternoon, depending on when you got this. We are going to do a cool tutorial. It's called Separate Ways. It's a little bit involved, but you all will get it. Let's start by creating a new window. I'm sorry, a new file. So, come on now. Wow, my mouse is freaking out. File new, and we're going to make this 800 by 800 with a 72 DPI range. 800 by 800 square. 72 DPI RGB with a white background, which is perfectly fine. Let's click OK. Why is my mouse freaking out? This is not cool, y'all. Alright. Okay, we are good to go. Okay, so now we need to do some white vertical lines. First thing we will do, though, is I'd like you to click on your background layer to have that. I'd like you to press Control I in order to invert it. Control I. Also on your keyboard, press D for default, which will go ahead and change your default colors to black and white. Control I just inverted, and what we did is we changed black to white. And you can do it again if I wanted to do white to black or black to white. Look, woo! So Control I to make it black. Now what we shall do is create a new layer. Okay, really? Come on. What's going on here? For real. There we go, new layer. Alright, let's go over here to the brushes, and we need to grab our paintbrush. And where is it? There it is. And let's set this to just different ones. We'll click on it. Let's see, 75 is fine. You can change the size of it. And we want to go ahead and, let's see, I'll make that one 25. And first off, let's go ahead and change the color of the paint color to white. Change that right there. And you're just going to make them of varying sizes, probably about like 6 or 7. So I'm going to do one over here, and then I'll do another one like that, and then I'll bump the size up just a little bit. Yeah, make that like 58. It doesn't matter. It can be totally arbitrary. Alright, and then make another one. Let's see here. Change that one down to like 30 something. And then it really doesn't matter the size of them. Just make them varying sizes, because everyone's is going to be slightly different. And then I'll make a real skinny one just because I can. Weep. Okay, there we go. That works. Alright, now we're going to make some clouds. So let us go make a new layer again. Click right there. And let's go to our filter menu. Choose render. And then you want to make clouds. Ta-da! You made some clouds. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to change this, and we're going to turn this into a gradient layer. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and turn off the cloud layer for the moment. And then we'll put a new layer on top. Boom. That's going to be layer 3. And let's drag layer 2 right down there to layer 3. Okay? And we're going to create a gradient. So first off, let's open up the swatches panel, go to window, and then swatches. There you go. And let's click on your default color, which is going to be white down here on the toolbar. Click that. That brings up the color picker. And then over in swatches, I'd like you to choose yellow. Click OK. And then we're going to click on the black one for the background over here. And I'd like you to choose orange from the color picker. That works. And you know what? I'm going to close that animation window because we really don't need that. So I'm going to go to Window and then Animation, and I will turn that off. That's much better. Okay, now what we're going to do is with layer 3 activated, we're going to go ahead and use the gradient tool. And that is right here with the paintbrush. It's next to the paint bucket. So just click on that, choose gradient, and then click up here, and we're going to change it from the foreground to background. Boom, like that. And what you do is make sure it's set to linear, which is this one right here. Yeah, it's going to be a linear gradient. And then we are going to drag the mouse from the bottom of the window all the way to the top, like this. So I'm going to click down here. I'm going to hold my shift key down, drag that straight up, and that's what I should have. Then, after that, what we're going to do is we're going to change our blend mode on that gradient layer. We're going to change that to multiply, and watch what happens. Magic! See how it does that? Now, if you don't necessarily want that to be orange, because I think I like red a little bit better, I'm going to click on the background color. I'm going to change that to red. Okay. Now I'm going to use the gradient tool again with layer 3 selected. I'm going to click and drag. There, I like that better. That's a little more vibrant. See how it goes from yellow, then it turns to orange, then it goes to red. I think that's real pretty. I'm going to do that. Okay, next, what we are going to do is we are going to select one of these things and we're going to change the color on it. So I'm going to take this one and for the heck of it, I'm just going to select this one. I'm going to click and drag right here. Okay, we're just going to select around that one. That's what layer 3 is still active. And then we're going to choose our image menu, go to adjustments, and then choose hue and saturation. This little window pops up, and what we'll do is just change that. We'll change the hue to 180. Just drag it over here. And that's going to change it to this nice blue color. Isn't that pretty? And then click OK. And then to deselect, press Control D. Now I just realized I skipped a step, so what we're going to do is create what's called the displacement map. So click on layer 2 please, and then have it active. Let me find the actual thing here, and what we will do is we need to blur it first. So let's go to our filter menu and choose blur. Where is it? I'm sorry, we go filter, blur, and then we're choosing this one. It's called Gaussian blur or Gaussian. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it, but click that. This comes up. Let's change the radius to 18, and what that does is blurs it up a bit. And then click OK. And what we are going to do is save it like such. Go to File, and then hit Save As, and we're going to choose as a copy. Alright, and we're just going to call this DISP, and hyphen map, and we'll save it as a PSD file. Let's see. Now, I will go ahead and save this to your Photoshop files because I'm that guy. Or you can just make one, it's no biggie. Just save it to the Photoshop file, and then hit save. Blah, 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 ignore that. And then click OK. Okay, now we can turn that one off. Next, let's go back to where we were. Sorry about that, I just skipped a step. It happens. Now we're going to actually apply the displacement map. So with the layer 3 still active, or made active, click on the layer 3, and then what we're going to do is go to Filter. I'm going to choose Distort, and then we'll choose Displace. It says set the horizontal scale to 100. Oops. That's 0. 100, and the vertical scale to 0. Alright, and then we're going to have it to tile, and then wrap around. Okay, then click OK. And then what I want you to do is I want you to navigate to where you saved that, which should be in your Photoshop files. And then disp map, like that, and click Open. And wow, that didn't do a thing. Did I have the right one on? Oh, I'm so silly, I forgot a step. Let me Control Z that. Alright, let's do this again. What I forgot to do is merge. So what we need to do is we need to press, let's see here, let's click these two, so layer 3 and layer 1. And what we will do is we will go ahead and press, let's see, Control E to merge those. Whoops, that's not it. Control Z. Let's see that. Toolbox foreground, we're going to set to white and choose background. Shift Control E. Okay, so we need to link these. Alright. Okay, let me go ahead and link these ones. Let's see here. Have these two selected, click that, and then I'm going to do Shift Control E. Much better. Okay, now it turns into the background. Okay, now what we'll do is let's go ahead and make a copy of that. Boom. It's going to say background copy. And then click on the background layer, press D on your keyboard, and then press Control Delete to fill it in. Oops. Press Alt Delete to fill it in with black. That's what you want. Alt Delete. Okay, background copy is there. We're good. Now we'll do the displacement map. So let's try that again. File, let's see, filter, distort, and displace. 100, 0, tile, and wraparound, and click OK. Displacement map, that's what you want to find. Hey, there we go. That looks awesome. Alright, now let's add some dimensionality. Ready? Let's press Control T. What that's going to do is we're going to bring this thing down first. It's going to bring up your transform handle, so bring that down like so. Okay. Now, hold the Control key, and then click these little things, and you're going to stretch it out a little bit like this to make it appear. Hold the Shift key down too to make it appear as if it's like, you know, going away from y'all. And then press Enter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to, let's see, we're going to go ahead and merge this with the background layer. So let's say it says press Control E to merge the stripe layer in the background layer. So press Control E. Okay, that's good. Press Control J to copy the layer. Control J. Bam, we got another copy of the background. Alright, click on the layer visibility icon of the copied stripe. So we will click on that one. Select our background layer. And now we're going to make a 3D effect. So let's go to your image menu. Go to rotate canvas. I'm sorry, is it edit? Where'd it go? Okay, hang on a minute. Image. And then, really? Rotate? Kidding me. Oh, image rotation. There we go. Alright, so we want 90 degrees counterclockwise. 90 degrees CCW. Bammo. Perfect. Now we're going to go to Filter. We're going to go to Stylize. And we're going to choose Wind. Alright, we want it to come from the left. Like that. Alright. Hit OK. And then to repeat that, we'll just press Control F a few times. Watch this. You ready? Control F. Control F. And what it does, it gives it that dimensional quality. So you want it to fill in pretty good. So do that until you get some solid lines. Kind of like little Tron trails on the motorbike thing. So about 5 to 7 times. And then we'll rotate it back clockwise. So we'll go to Image menu. Go to Rotation, Image Rotation, 90 degrees clockwise. Bammo. And then what we can do is we can click on the copied stripe, so it's visible again, and set the blend mode to screen. So we'll click on that, and then change the blend mode of it to screen, which will be right there. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty nice. I like it. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll make another gradient layer, which is fine. So just go ahead and click a new layer. Bammo. And then we're going to do, it's going to be, let's see, we're going to set the foreground color to dark purple and the background color to black. So first off, go like this, click on the little arrows here on the toolbar, switch your background color to black, click on the foreground color, and let's choose a nice dark purple. That works. And click OK. And then what we'll do is hold down the Shift key. Let's see, we want to start from the top of the work window all the way down to the bottom. So with the gradient tool, get to the top, hold the Shift key down, and drag to the bottom, like that. So it's going to be black on the bottom, purple on top, and then we're going to set our blend mode to lighten. So we go down here, and change that to lighten. There it is, right above screen. Ooh, fancy, fancy. Okay, now our 3D columns, we got to kind of fix that a little bit. So let's click on our background layer, and let's go to Filter, Blur, and Motion Blur. Filter, Blur, and Motion Blur. Okay, and we are going to set the angle to 0 and the distance to 6. Oops, not 36. That's 6. Alright, and let's scoot that over. Okay, and what that does just kind of softens it out a little bit. The rough stripes will disappear, and then click OK. Alright, as you can see, it's a little more smooth. Then we're going to crop it down a little bit. You ready to crop it down? It's real easy. All you got to do is this. Just a moment. And crop it down like so. And then just take this little guy, put it down like so, and then press Enter, and boom. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all there is to it. If you want to make it a little more dramatic and appear like the cropping, like it's going off into the horizon if you want to, You can make it more like that, but it depends on you. Looks pretty good though. I like it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.